a slightly adapted Jamie Oliver's English onion soup. You'll need 6 cloves of garlic, 5 red onions, 3 white onions, and you'll need 3 banana shallots. I didn't have any, so I used white onions instead. 300 grams of leeks, 1 good knob of unsalted butter, olive oil, 1 good handful of fresh sage leaves. I didn't have any, so as you can see I used 2 different herbs instead. 2 litres of hot vegetable stock. I used less than that, actually, 1.5 litres I think. So once you have peeled the onions, you have to chop them up and you need to crush the garlic as well. But I am being super lazy and I've decided just to use this instead. I'm going to crush it all up and cut it all up in here. I mean, I think it's bad enough that I've already cried halfway through peeling the onions, so I cannot be bothered to cut all of them. Let's get going with this. Once the veggies are nicely chopped up, you can start by melting the butter, put in 2 lugs of olive oil, and once that has all melted and mixed together, you can put the herbs in. Once that has all nicely mixed, you can now put the 6 cloves of garlic in, and when the garlic is nicely bronzed, you can start putting your onion and leek mixture in. Season with salt and pepper and then leaving the lid on the pan slightly ajar, cook for 50 minutes. Try not to speed this part up because it really helps the sweetness and the flavour of the onions come out. As you can see, my soup is looking lovely, so it's time to add the stock. Bring to the boil and then put the heat down for about 10 to 15 minutes. Another thing that I changed from the original recipe is that I actually blend this soup, and I think it just makes it a lot more creamier, so you can give it a go too. The original recipe uses cheddar. I didn't have that, I had parmesan, but it tastes just as good. So I just grate tons and tons and tons of it so that you can then throw it into the soup. I also put 2 focaccias into the oven so that we could dip that into the soup. I found that I wanted to thicken up of the soup, so I melted some butter and put some flour in as well. You have to mix it really quickly, and then don't immediately put it into the soup, but put a few ladles onto the pan and mix it slowly with it as well so that you don't get any lumps. As the Dutch say, eat smack alike. So enjoy your meal and let me know if you've done this recipe too. Bye!